Yo, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to be trying to win on ladder with 1.8 log bait cycle, and this is not a good deck, so like I don't recommend trying it if you're actually trying to get wins, but I thought it would still be like a fun challenge for us to do. And yeah, I tried the deck with like a few other cards besides Dark Goblin to make it a bit cheaper, like Heal Spirit or something like that, but you kind of need an air targeting card, or they're just matchups that are impossible. But since we have the Dark Goblin, I think this deck is actually like, we'll have a chance at winning, because like I just kept losing with all of the other cycle cards. So he's gonna let our Dark Goblin get a bit of damage, which is nice. He's gonna keep sending in the Goblin Rails whenever we can, since that's pretty much the point in the deck. And oh boy, he's sending Golem in the back. Yeah, I really don't see how we defend this, because we don't have a building. All we have is like Dark Goblin and a bunch of 1 elixir cards for the DPS. So I guess our only hope is to try to cycle 2 Dark Goblins, and I don't know, hopefully kill his Golem as fast as possible so that we're able to defend. And oh wait, he actually missed the fireball, which is going to work out for us pretty well. He's going to go with another Dark Goblin down low. He might have a tornado or something, I'm not too sure. But looks like we actually managed to clean up his push pretty nicely. So that did end up working out better than I expected. And now we just have to defend like 1 or 2 more Golem pushes, and hopefully not turn this into a 2-tower game, because that would definitely not be good for us. So he's gonna, oh wow, spamming us with e-barbs, really aggressive at the bridge. This should be easy to defend though. We can just Dark Goblin and Skelly's up high. I kind of want my Dark Goblin to live just so he has to respond to it, or else he's gonna take his tower. Since the Dark Goblin alone, after it got that like 9% buff, it does like close to 1000 damage if you ignore it. So yeah, there goes his right tower. I'm gonna go Barrel Fire Spirit just so we can get some damage. I will Ice Golem in the middle as well, because he did end up going Golem. So it's going to force out a response. And also, now if this does end up turning into a 2-tower game, since this might be hard for us to defend, I think we can still win, because we got his tower down to like 1400 HP, which should be able to take it if we go for like a few more barrels. Well, I'm going to try to defend this as best as I can. I'm going to set up the second Dark Gob. He's in an e-barbs opposite. Just go Ice Golem high to kite that over. Placing a third Dark Goblin down. And I think we should be able to still defend here, since he's not a tornado to like pull them all in. And wow, we actually did like barely take any damage off of that, which is kind of surprising. Thought our left tower would be toast there after we went Golem in the back, and we just committed so much elixir and taking half his left tower. But 10 seconds left, he might end up giving up here. We'll go for the second crown anyways, just for the sake of it. And my man tried to defend the Goblin with the Golem. Pretty unorthodox play, but I'm not going to complain. I'm going to take that first win of the video. Alright guys, so we're going to be facing Nightwalker from Sandstorm USA. So he's going to start off with a Fire Spirit at the bridge. If they ignore it, it's like more damage than a Fireball. I think it does almost 300, or maybe even more than that. But yeah, he has to soak a Furnace, which is fine. Thinking of it, actually, we probably should have gone Dark Goblin right on top, so we can snipe the Furnace, or at least like place it right at the bridge. That probably would have been a better play. But I didn't know for sure if the Dark Goblin would snipe it. But he definitely played that high enough. So we're just gonna go Barrel on tower, see what responses he's gonna have. So Skeleton Army, this is looking like maybe some sort of RG deck, since he does have the Giant Skeleton. But the Furnace makes me think it's just some weird off-meta mid-ladder deck, since I guess in our trophy range... Oh dang, he has an Electro Giant. I did not expect that, but... yeah, this is going to be pretty tough to defend. Like, we have to go for a defensive barrel, and that's still going to take like a lot of our tower. The only good thing is that after the E-Giant nerf, it does have a lot less HP, so we don't take as much damage there as like we would have before the nerf. And he only gets a few hundred off our left tower, so definitely could have been worse there. At least we know what he's playing now, but anytime you don't have a building and you're facing an Electro Giant, it's never good news. It's always going to be quite a difficult match. Also, that was a really dumb Fire Spirit interaction. I did not expect the range on that to like splash on my tower, but I probably should have known not to place my, what I do, like Fire Spirit so close there. So I'm just gonna go Goblin Barrel like on top of his Furnace, since I don't really have a big spell or anything to kill it. And he does end up ignoring my barrel, which is gonna work out pretty well since we don't have to deal with his Furnace now. And the level 16 Fire Spirits. So I'm gonna go Skelly's in the middle, don't want to take the 300 damage. And I don't know if he's shown a small spell yet. Last time he used like a Skarmy to defend the barrel, so I'm just gonna go like pre-log. Alright, perfect. So we should get some good goblin damage here. Nice, okay, yeah, so good prediction on our end. He definitely does not have a log, or else he would have played it by now. And I'm gonna go barrel once again on his furnace. Tornado. Yeah, so we do have to watch out for the king activation, but it's gonna happen eventually, so I don't think it's worth like placing our barrel in the safe spot every time. Ooh, he's an E-Giant on a bridge. You have to like literally just cycle everything I have until I get back to another Dark Goblin. That's our only DPS for his E-Giants. And I think it's gonna work out decently on the for the defense there, since we're not gonna take any Electro Giant damage. Then I do have to heighten this Giant Skeleton over with my Ice Golem, and then just go with the Dark Goblin down low. Luckily, we do have a decent amount of answers to his Skeleton King, with like all of our spirits and then just a log and the Ice Golem. So it's not really going to be too much of a problem for us. It's mainly just like defending his Electro Giants without a building. So I don't know, hopefully that does not go to my tower. Okay, that Giant Skeleton was getting a little bit closer than I would have liked to dropping that bomb. So yeah, this time I am going to just snipe his partners with a Dark Goblin, getting pretty good value. And I have to cycle back to another one as quick as possible. I'm gonna go Dark Goblin again down low. He probably has to tornado all of this in, but it's pretty much dead anyways. So I'm gonna go barrel again. He might scar me in the back. He actually goes for the king activation, but at this point I don't really mind because it's pretty late in the match. And we already took like 2/3 of his tower. So I just have to go barrel once again, going in the front. He might go skeleton army in the back, so I want to play it in the front this time. But he does end up going with Skelly King, which is not a great answer to the barrel, so we still end up getting a ton of damage. Just have to watch out for this last Electro Giant. I feel like we're going to be able to take his tower after like 1 or 2 more barrels. And I want him to NATO on offense so that he won't have anything for my Goblin barrel, but looks like he's just going to go Skeleton Army in the back. We'll actually fully counter, even though we want the barrel in the front. This level 16 E-Giant better not take my whole tower. That would be very sad after all this effort if we lost to that. But yeah, luckily 1 HP E-Giants aren't as much of a threat as they used to be. As I said, after the nerf, like, you can defend it quite easily if you have like any sort of DPS on the map. Hopping into the next game here, we're going to be facing Mr. Henke from NJ. So we're going to go Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit. Maybe he'll have to like spend stuff on both lanes. Not too sure. Okay, never mind. This places Goblin Gang in the middle, which is going to fully counter everything. And probably like some sort of log bait deck if I had to guess. Okay, never mind. So Electro Wizard, probably some weird off-meta crap that you see at this trophy range. And Tornado as well. So he does get the King activation. Thankfully he went Miner in the safe spot though, since like Ice Golem's not a great response to the Miner if you don't predict exactly where they're going to use it. So we're already cycled back to a barrel, and he just like shouldn't have like many good answers since he did like use his Tornado already. So we do get a ton of damage from that barrel. And while Graveyard. So kind of unfortunate that I used my Dark Goblin since he's going to get some damage. Oh, he actually freezes too. I'm just going to Fire Spirit barrel, to be honest, because he's going to get a lot of damage, but he won't have like enough to play anything on the barrel after going really aggressive with the freeze. So we still get the better damage rate out of that, so definitely going to take it. And probably not optimal that we're going the same lane, but I guess it's whatever. We'll just have to make sure not to give him like too much spell value with our Dark Goblins and stuff. If he even has like a big spell, maybe a Fireball or a Poison, since those are typically used in most graveyard decks. You don't really see a graveyard deck that only has Tornado. So we're gonna go Barrel Fire Spirit again, since the deck cycles insanely fast. We are already back to another one. And let's see what he does. Cycles a Falcon back. He's gonna pressure with E-Spirit. I want him to keep having to spend Elixir so he doesn't have to have enough to go in for a GY. But it looks like he's gonna ignore the E-Spirit. Okay, he's actually gonna go Miner on my Dark Goblin, which is pretty annoying. I just have to use all my Cycle cards to not take that much damage off this graveyard. And I was waiting for the freeze. He does end up freezing with like the 1 skeleton, which is actually quite annoying because 1 skeleton does like over 50 damage. But yeah, we're actually looking pretty solid right now, I would say, since we have his tower pretty low. So that was a bad Fire Spirit. I thought all the Spear Goblins would die, so my Fire Spirit would like force something out, but it's gonna Valkyrie. I'm gonna go Barrel. It's gonna bait out a Tornado or something anyways. And wait, why is he like ignoring that? Maybe he didn't have Tornado in cycle. So yeah, I just have to wait for the freeze to come down so we didn't get any value like on my Dark Goblin. Just kind of like make sure all this Goblin Gang spam doesn't get any damage. So 10 seconds left, I think we're fine. We just have to like make sure not to let him freeze our Dark Gob. So I'm gonna place it all the way behind, make my King Tower, and then just go with the Ice Golem Log E-Spirit. And yeah, I don't think it does enough damage. Alright, nice. He's giving us the white flag. He knows we outplayed him there with the 1.8 log bait cycle. So we're gonna be facing Chief Wally 63. And unfortunately, I don't have my barrel in the starting hand, so I'm just gonna try to cycle to it, maybe get some chip damage off of our cycle cards here. And he will have a miner, so maybe like Lava Hound. Hopefully it's not Lava Hound because like I don't have any building. All I have is a Dark Goblin, which is not really a great response. But likely it's not gonna be that. Most likely it's some variant of E-Golem, which I guess I'm fine with. Like I don't have a lot of answers like a bomb tower or anything, but if he only has arrows, then I can cycle multiple Dark Goblins on defense. So after he arrows one, I can get a lot of value out of my second. And I think we would be able to defend that way, at least pretty well. The main thing here is trying to get out of a single elixir, since I feel like that's the main time where he's going to be able to get damage on our tower. So he doesn't have arrows in cycle, I don't believe right now. So we should be fine at least for a while. Oh, he's gonna miner for sure on my Dark Gob, so I want to be sure to catch that. Hopefully it dies to my Fire Spirit. Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna let it die since it's already cycled back to another. And then with the log, oh yeah, he went super aggressive with those arrows. So I could just go barrel and then activate my King Tower from that E-Drag. Alright, nice. So that was actually some really good damage. What we needed in single elixir. And then now at this point we just have to defend. And then he doesn't like... If he arrows our first combo, then we can cycle back to another, and he won't have anything to prevent all the damage. So I feel like it's not going to be too hard to take his tower at this point. It's mostly just about defending. And yeah, he's going to Golem in the back, so pretty much just like sacking the entire Fire Spirit, which is, as I said, about 300 damage. So definitely going to take it. Really good E-Spirit protecting our Dark Gob, which is going to help to DPS his E-Golem down a decent amount. And then we can just go in with the second Dark Goblin. He doesn't have enough to like go miner and arrows or anything. And we do get another nice catch on the miner. So you have to like protect your Dark Goblins a lot. And he has to arrow my barrel, which means he won't have like anything for my second Dark Goblin. He might try to the E-Drag, but he can't really go in right now into my Dark Gob. So we're just gonna barrel once again. And Dark Goblin almost finished off the E-Drag, so we don't need to play anything else on that. And he might like try to go in at the bridge since there's only 30 seconds left, so he tried to set up an eagle and push in the back. Like he just doesn't have enough time. So yeah, there it is. We're just gonna go Dark Goblin though. I think with our King activated, we should be able to defend it pretty easily though. And Mega Mini dies to my Dark Goblin. Just gotta make sure the E-Drag doesn't get too much value. Gonna Ice Golem of Hide to like pull it back. Then just go back to another log for the Elixir Golem Blobs. And yeah, that was a pretty good defense. He got some damage, but still managed to save our tower, which was the main goal there. So yeah, I don't even know about this matchup. Like he does have arrows, which is gonna be pretty obnoxious, but he has such a fast cycle that after he arrows like one of our stuff, he can't like have it on the other. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video.